Welcome back to another episode of PC 419. We have been away for the last 3 or 4 months, unfortunately. We've had a few issues, had some injuries and so forth, but now we are back. RTX is now here. RTX got released September of 2018. We now have ray tracing and DLSS. MSI have sent us the MSI Duke RTX 2080. Absolutely fantastic card. Let's open the box, let's check out what's inside and do some benchmarks. As you can see right in front of us, NVIDIA's newest Turing architecture featuring a plethora of new features just waiting to be unleashed in your gaming rig, featuring real-time ray tracing, artificial intelligence and programmable shading to make your games and 3D applications more realistic and seamless to keep up with today's graphical demand. All jam-packed into MSI's high-end GPU, the RTX 2080 Duke. The Duke features everything you want in a high-end MSI variant of GPU, a stylish and sleek black with a grey body, RGB accents and MSI award-winning Torx 2.0 fans with the double ball bearings. So far we are very impressed with what we see here in the studio. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty and talk specs of this variant of the RTX 2080. The MSI Duke RTX 2080 features a 2944 CUDA cores, a core clock of 1550 MHz with a boost of 1845 MHz. Memory speed clocked up to 14 gigabits per second, also with 8 gig of GDDR6 RAM with a 256-bit memory bus and support for HDCP 2.2. As we all know, MSI are well known for making effective heatsink dissipation coolers, and the Duke sets the perfect example for exactly that. With the heatsink having a large surface area and the large fin stack, this ensures the card will stay cool under heavy loads, while dissipating the heat evenly around the whole surface of the cooler. Another big feature to help aid the card's cooling are none other than MSI's Torx fans with the double ball bearings that are known to be silent and effective when needed. For the card's aesthetics, whilst being stylish, with the signature's MSI Dragon on the center of the fan and MSI's logo on the 2 outer fan centers. Now let's talk aesthetics. The card is quite subtle in terms, in keeping a natural grey, black and silver color scheme across the whole card surface. This feature I personally love because I know I can put it in any of my builds and it will blend in very nicely. MSI have also included a fairly sturdy GPU brace which will help the GPU sag if you have it in your case, although it's not important for us at PC 419 as we use the card as an open air test bench which sits upright. It's definitely a handy accessory to use as a normal orientated build, and the card's quite heavy, weighing at 1082 grams. This is definitely a nice little feature from MSI I'm sure everyone will be pleased with. So the card dimensions is 314mm long by 120mm wide by 46mm high. So the Duke consumes 245 watts under full load and requires one 8-pin and one 6-pin PCIe connector to be connected to for operation. MSI states that only a 650 watt power supply is required at a minimum, depending on specifications of your PC of course, to run this card at its maximum capability. On the back of the card we can see a plethora of inputs, all designed to meet today's standards. The Duke features 3 display ports, all featuring display 1.4. Now moving over to the HDMI 2.0B port with its great new features that we all can't wait to see more of. And now we can see the added USB Type-C connection. This feature is designed for the use of future generations of VR headsets. This will be a really handy feature in the future as it frees up the need of having to occupy a proper display output while providing the high bandwidth VR demands. Now to check out how the card performs under the series of benchmarking titles and AAA game titles, as well as acoustics, temperatures and power consumptions. So what do you guys think after seeing those benchmarks? For me personally, is the RTX 2080 really worth it for price per dollar? I'm going to say no if you are looking just for pure performance, not relying on ray tracing or DLSS. If you are going for a ray tracing DLSS, well definitely the RTX series will definitely be the card to go for. But if you're going for pure performance in regarding to just for FPS, Pascal is still a good contender for it. For the color scheme and the actual design MSI did choose, I'll be honest, MSI have absolutely fantastic looking cards. I've got to say, even from Pascal till now, their cards always look fantastic. The backplate on this, obviously you've got the Duke scene here, you've got the Dragon, and the awesome backplate actually does item. Cooling capabilities of the backplate, I can't say too much about it, but the fan capability on top and the heat stack, I should say, is absolutely fantastic. This card never went over 72 degrees on a full load, so absolutely fantastic. Is this card worth it for you? Let us know in the comments below. Guys, if you want to see a check out on any MSI's products, check out msi.com. Also too, PC419, go to pc419.com.au, check out our new website, check out our social medias, and I'll see you guys in the next one.